So let's talk about perfectionism,
Okay.
because I know that I've heard you talk about this before. And I know that it's like you were saying, our brains can do amazing things. And also we can change our brains with our brains. So I know you work with a lot of high achievers. I'm sure there's a lot of perfectionism in there. Maybe you've even experienced some of that yourself. And I know that it's not necessarily all bad or all good, but how do you see it really playing a role at all in achieving the life that you want?
These are such fantastic questions. I'm so happy that you're asking them because I feel like like asking these questions helps people to understand their behaviors. So these behaviors don't have to have subconscious control over their life, and then they're able to take back that control. So I just think it's such a great discussion. I'm so happy to be a part of it. So yes, you're right. Most, if not all of my clients are absolute extreme perfectionists. It gets you very far in life, right? Especially in this world, right? Because you're doing things well for so long and you're riding on the high of achieving and acknowledgements and stuff like that. And so I think that for a long time it serves you, but then you get to a point where it starts to hold you back, right? And so in our groups, we always just talk about like not letting perfectionism block your success. This like comes from achievement giving us a sense of self-value, right? Like a sense of self-worth in this world where self-worth is very much based on what you look like, what you have, what you do, versus like who you are, right? Which is a whole other topic, right? But like, I think it's helpful to recognize that that's okay, right? It's okay to achieve and it's okay to like want to do things well. And I think it's helpful to acknowledge that it has served you at for some things in your life. I think the issue is that we feel like if we don't do something perfectly, then it means that we've failed. And then that has an emotional effect on our self-value. Most of my clients have this like really deep fear of being judged. It kind of comes to them if it's not 100% perfect as a kind of like failure, or meaning like, they have failed. And this is what kind of happens for you when you attach your self-worth to external things. Let me just let you know that the first time that you do something, no matter what you do, it is not going to be perfect. So let's just take that pressure off, right? It just can't be. That's just not how it works, right? And I think like, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of mistakes, like, I just find it helpful to just know that all of those things are going to happen, right? So let's just take the pressure off. There's like nothing that you can do to circumvent that. It's really part of the process to doing something really well. Think about the most successful person that you know, or the person that you admire most, and think of what they've done. They didn't do it perfectly the first time, right? They got to doing it well from starting before they were ready. I think it's just also helpful not to see life as a test that you need to ace, or if not, then you failed it and life as we know it is over and you're a garbage person, and go down this whole like train of thought. Like I find for myself, when I'm facing that, it's really helpful to see life as an adventure, right? Like a painting, something to just test and explore and discover. And the messiness is just what makes it interesting and rich.